Hall of Famer Troy Aikman with us here at Lambeau, and he's among the most relieved to know that it's 22 degrees with no wind chill, because you had a pretty cold experience here at Lambeau a few years ago, right?
Yeah, I've been here when it's been brutal. You know, that championship game with the Giants and Packers was as cold as I've ever been. I got in on Friday, it was 0 degrees. This is the best day they've had here in Green Bay all week.
The inclination is to say, well, the visiting team, one from the South, benefits from a warmer day, but that's not necessarily true when you're going up against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, or what do you think? Does it benefit one team over the other?
I don't think that it does. I mean, I still think that the Packers are more acclimated to these temperatures. You know, even though Dallas had colder weather this week, the Cowboys got to practice outside in that, but it's going to be a great game. Two offenses that are very explosive. You'd think that maybe the running game of the Cowboys is an advantage for them, but the Packers run the football much better than I think they get credit for as well.
Yeah, it's going to feel 60 degrees warmer right now than it did at the Ice Bowl, just to give you some perspective there. The Rodgers calf injury, the leg injury, a big story coming in. You experienced something similar to that when you were playing. What do you have to do to get through something like that?
Well, I think he has to realize that he just can't run. You know, that he's going to have to stay confined to the pocket. Throwing the football is not a problem for him. Moving around within the pocket's not a problem. He just will have a hard time taking off and running, which has been a big part of his game, but a big part of their big plays down the field. So that's an advantage for the Cowboys. But I saw him against Detroit there in that second half when he was limited. He picked them apart. He had 2 incompletions in that game in the second half. He can, believe me, he can carve you up from within the pocket without having to get outside.
In Oxnard, nobody could have imagined the Cowboys would be in this situation. How shocking is it to you to see how this thing has come together under Jason Garrett this year?
Well, it's a surprise to everybody, and I'm happy for Jason and happy for this football team. They've put in a lot of time. They've worked hard. They've played great. They finished. You know, as good as it has been and as much as they've surpassed people's expectations, if you don't win this game, you're disappointed. You know, you don't walk away from this game, you know, really feeling great about the year, even though they have had a great year. But this is going to be a heck of a game, and I think they've got a strong chance. I think it's going to be a good game to watch.
Troy Aikman in the booth for Fox. Enjoy the call today, and we'll let you get warm. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, you bet.